It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikings and the Falcons. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. We get a stoppage. There's an injured player. It is T.J. Hockenson who was shaken up on that last play. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. On the draw, here's Jones. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up.
At this stage of the game, Mike, it's clear this play caller is not looking to take a lot of chances. Let the game settle in. Let your offense find their groove. If you pop a draw, great. If not, brings up 4th down, punt it away, and let's see if your defense can get you the ball back.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad, but what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and Tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll find his man. It's Eric Izukama. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
To throw is McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Cousins. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Wow! And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Quick throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a...
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Second down, Cousins. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
That's another Falcons. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now, Cousins. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And
oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
you can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach fourth down by what they call on third down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on fourth. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on fourth down is leaning towards settling for 3.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This from 30 yards out. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Rook Orororo there on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Now McCarthy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Cousins now. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Cousins. That's complete to Coleman. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now, Cousins. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Cousins gonna throw. Now a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and he'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Cousins to throw. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Throwing now, Cousins. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. Cousins now on 2nd down. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They run over center with Robinson. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And the Vikings 1st down.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on second down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Third down, 3 to go. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Open man, right side. He's got it. He is in. Touchdown, Vikings. That his first touchdown this year. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Falcons 6.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Cousins. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Cousins out of the gun on third down. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Davis to return it. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Play action now. It's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third and a yard. They'll try to pick this one up on the ground. He's going to have a Vikings first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Right back to him on first down. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's second and 9. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got that to Irv Smith, his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
It's first down, and they'll run. And a good run there. Gonna get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick it up. He'll take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a run going left, and the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. On fourth down, on comes the rookie, Will Reichert, to try this Viking field goal. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings extend their lead to 10-6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Man in motion here is Washington. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down.
Here's Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Give, and here comes Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They go play action with Cousins. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
That's taken at about the 14. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They run straight ahead with Jones. Whoa! Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Minnesota. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. That one is caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, The quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He runs with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now, Cousins. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. 23-16, your final score. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Tank Bigsby, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Xavier Worthy, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Mike is going to play a big role in who wins this one. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now McCarthy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. On the handoff, it's Robinson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Here's a 2nd and 12. Another run here for Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now, Cousins. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. and they'll take over there.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a give up the middle. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who brought him down. They'll try and run for the 1st down with Jones.
Aaron Jones on the carry. He's tackled.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Now a give on the ground, and not a lot there. Only up to about the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark them there. And a 1st down.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Here's McCarthy. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Back to the ground after the penalty. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with him again. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Now it is 1st and goal. To throw is McCarthy. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Cousins gonna throw. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. On the ground, it's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 9.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. 2nd down and 3. Clifford. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
They send a receiver in motion left. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get about 5. Throwing is Clifford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5 yards to go.
To throw is Clifford. He'll try to run for it. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Minnesota.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Cousins. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard.
At the Vikings 45-yard line.
Cousins to throw. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Falcons.
Throwing now, Cousins. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
Cousins now to throw on first down. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
3rd and 6.
Cousins now. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And before this drive gets going, why don't we take a look at some of the leading contenders in the race to see who might take home the award as the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On play action, here's McCarthy. He's going to run it. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Now a 3rd and 2. A give to Jones, heading right. Jones, first down and more. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
It's first down, and they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
So now, after the penalty, a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Following the penalty, they'll run it. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Vikings will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. This one complete to Washington. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Cousins. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day. So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now, someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. That's on the veteran, Jake Matthews. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action now. It's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now fourth down. Now, Cousins. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. They'll begin here on the ground. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side this time. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now a run on first down. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Now a handoff, running right. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a give up the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Brought down at the 23.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.